Vaporface! What's up, vape fam? Sorteal here, and welcome to the Vaporworks lab. This is the Hitchhikers Guide to the Vaporverse episode 4, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's 4. Today I really just wanted to go over some concentrates that I think everyone should have in their arsenal. These are flavor concentrates that you'll find yourself continuously going back to. They're also flavor concentrates that you'll find extremely useful, and a lot that you will actually build recipes around. That's sort of the best way to start making recipes, is to find a flavor concentrate you really like, make it the star of your recipe, and build around it to whatever type of profile you're going for. Also, some of these are very much just kind of additive flavors. So they're flavors you'll find that you use in recipes, but maybe not so high in their concentration in your recipe, but they are invaluable. So it's kind of a lot, so bear with me, but we're going to go over these, and I definitely think you should pick these up at some point. All right, so what do we have as far as our flavor concentrates we're going to go over? I'm going to start with one that I use quite often, and it is lemon round candy from One on One. Now, you don't really hear a lot about this flavoring. You don't see it in a lot of recipes, but I find it to be extremely useful if you're doing any kind of lemon candy type of recipe. So if you want to do something that's similar to, say, a lemon drop or a lemon head or something along those lines, even any type of sour hard candy, lemon round candy should definitely be in your mix. It tastes to me almost like a lemon head just by itself. Add a little bit of something sour to it, maybe something else to kick the lemon up just a hair, and you basically have a lemon head vape. Sour ball candy from Wonder Flavors. Now, this is sort of an odd ingredient. If you did a single flavor test of this, it really wouldn't taste like anything. It wouldn't necessarily taste sour. It wouldn't necessarily taste like a candy. It just doesn't taste like anything. But if you put it in a recipe that has fruits or candy type of concentrates in it, it will just pick them way up, and it will add a sour note to it. Now, as you've heard me say before, sour is kind of one of the white whales. But this is enough to kind of trick your senses into thinking something is actually sour. You will get enough of the side effects of it, as far as like the tingle on the inside of your cheeks, the tingle on the tip of your tongue, to kind of trick your brain into thinking that whatever you're vaping actually is sour. Next up is another one everyone should have. It's super useful. You'll find yourself using it just a ton, and it's Capella's Lemon Lime. I use this just way more than I ever thought I would. If you're going to do a lemon lime soda, if you're going to do just about anything that has lemon to it. I use this actually in a lemon meringue recipe that I use just to get kind of that lemon note extra to the meringue. But also the lime gives it just a little more citrusy bite mixed in with that kind of toasted meringue type of feel to it. This is one that it goes really well with another ingredient. I'm going to tell you about that one, but this is Honey Peach. This is from Flavor Jungle. This is an extremely good peach. Now, don't let the honey part of it get, confusing to you. It doesn't really taste like honey. It just tastes like a really juicy, ripe peach. Now, there's another peach flavor that goes extremely well with this, and it's white peach. Let me see if I have it. Yes, I do. Flavor Arts White Peach. These two in combination is just a perfect peach. Any type of peach recipe you want to do, if you combine these two, you'll have just the perfect peach for whatever you want to do. You want to do peach rings? Do these with some gummy and some sour, and you're pretty much ready to go. Speaking of sour again, you've heard me speak of Vape Train Sour Lemon before, and I will be showing it as well, but it has kind of a companion, and it is SSA's Sour Lime. I love this ingredient. I was kind of trying to find a companion to Sour Lemon that was in the lime category, and it took me a while, but once I found SSA Sour Lime, it just pairs with it beautifully. My lemon mint, which is basically sour lemon, sour lime, and jungle flavor spearmint, is one that I vape daily. Also, I have a lemon lime soda recipe, and sour lime is in there. All right, this is one that if you've ever watched DIY or Die or developed or noted, you've probably heard of this flavor. It is definitely Perillum's most popular flavor, and I'm not huge on apple flavors, but this one I am, and it's Perillum's Country Apple. You will see this in all kinds of recipes on ELR and all the flavors. Any type of apple pie or even like a caramel covered apple, it will have Perillum's Country Apple in the mix. All right, if you like banana flavors, to me, there's really only one choice for banana when it comes to anything, any type of recipe, and that is Mullenberry's Soft Banana. This is an amazing banana flavor. It doesn't necessarily overpower anything, but it adds a very authentic banana flavor to it. If you use it at a little bit higher percentage, all of a sudden it becomes a candy banana. So it's just super versatile. I don't use any other banana flavor other than this, except for I do have a banana milkshake flavor from One-on-One that I like to use. But if I'm using it for anything else, it's going to be Soft Banana from Mullenberry. This is just a fantastic concentrate. You've heard me talk about this one over and over and over again. I love this. This is my favorite whipped cream, hands down. Nothing even comes close. Not even FA's whipped cream, which is the next closest. It's One-on-One's whipped cream. This is just the best whipped cream you can find out there. If you need whipped cream on top, use this. If you need a mixture of whipped creams, use this with TFA's whipped cream, and you'll get both whipped cream on top and a nice whipped cream blend. It's just super versatile. All right, this is one that you also will see in a lot of recipes, especially if they're kind of fall or holiday centric. And it's Flavor West Butterscotch Ripple. This is basically kind of like a butterscotch drizzled ice cream. It's extremely good, extremely versatile. Even if you're not making an ice cream recipe, but you want that butterscotch with a creamy note to it, this is the one to go for. This is one that kind of shocks new people to DIY because they're just not expecting it to work, and it does. If you make, say, a fruit recipe and you're like, this is just not juicy enough, what can I do to make it more juicy? If you go on forums and start asking about this, the concentrate they're going to tell you might throw you off a little bit. And it's normally Inawera cactus. I'm not sure what cactus flavorings do, but if you use it at a low percentage, you won't taste cactus, but it will all of a sudden make your recipe far more juicy feeling. It'll add that kind of juicy body to it. And it's the finishing touch on just about any fruit blend recipe that I do. I have a tropical kind of mixture recipe that I call Tropical Orgy. And Inawera cactus is what really makes it shine. As we said before, this one really needs no introduction with me because I've talked about it so much, similar to One-on-One's whipped cream. And it's Vape Train Sour Lemon. This is my favorite lemon out there. Most people's is FE lemon, which I love that as well. But Vape Train Sour Lemon just does everything FE lemon doesn't do. So if you need a authentic lemon, you can use this at a lower percentage to get that kind of authentic lemon note to whatever your recipe is. You use it at a higher percentage, you get a sour lemon, almost candy type of feel to it, but it's a very, very tart lemon. I use this in so many recipes. This is probably my most used flavoring, period. All right, this is one that can be tricky to use basically because it can overpower everything. But once you get it right, it's amazing. And it's Capella's Sweet Guava. This is one that the guava is really tart and sweet. It works in any kind of tropical mix. This actually works as a single flavor vape really well. Or this mixed with a little bit of kiwi and you're ready to go. But you got to play with the levels of the kiwi and the sweet guava because sweet guava will take over any recipe it's in if you're not careful with it. So if you're doing a mix, start low with this when you're testing your recipes because like I said, it will overpower everything if you're not careful, but it is so good. One we've gone over before when we did the Plain Jane Vanilla Milkshake, it is basically just a steep time destroyer, and it's Inawera custard. So anytime you're making an ice cream or a pudding, or maybe it's just a straight cream recipe where you've mixed a bunch of creams and you want that steep time to almost vanish, Inawera custard is the concentrate to go to. I'm not sure how it does it. Other custards don't do it, but Inawera custard will destroy steep times on ice creams, creams, certain other desserts. Just add a little bit to it, and all of a sudden, there's no steep time to it. Now, whatever recipe you put it in, it's basically masking the off notes that a lot of those concentrates need to steep out. So as you go along, that recipe you made will get better over time, but it will also be shake and vapeable. Speaking of ice creams, this is one we've also talked about before, but I want to go over it again because it is quite simply the best ice cream flavoring out there. And it's Liquid Barn's Vanilla Ice Cream. Like I said before, you got to use it a little bit higher because all of Liquid Barn's stuff is a little diluted. They kind of make their stuff to be one shot. So you could just single flavor vape this and you're good to go. You just use it at about, I think it's 7 to 10% is what they recommend. But if you use it at about 5, maybe 6, it is a great ice cream ingredient. This is TFA's Vanilla Swirl. This is essentially soft serve ice cream. So if you want to do something that's similar to a Blizzard, or you want to do a banana split, or maybe you're making an ice cream recipe, but there's just not enough creamy body to it, Vanilla Swirl is what you want to use. Anytime you want some extra cream body to a recipe, even if it's not an ice cream recipe, Vanilla Swirl is what's going to give you that. When you start looking through recipes on ELR and all the flavors, you will see this ingredient all over the place. This is one that was actually new to me. I love strawberry vapes. I like strawberries and cream. I like strawberry milkshakes, strawberry milks, and then just straight strawberry blend vapes. This is perfect for the latter of that, the strawberry kind of blends. It's also really good with strawberry ice creams. If you're not using just a straight strawberry ice cream flavor concentrate, you're using vanilla ice creams and adding a bunch of strawberries to it. Or a strawberry cheesecake, and it's Flavor Jungle's Ultimate Strawberry. Now, I'm not 100% sure if this is supposed to be a one-shot. I don't see any kind of flavor percentages like to mix this up at. But I've been using it just as I would any other flavor concentrate, so I think that's what it is. But it just seems to be a extremely well-blended strawberry concentrate. It tastes like maybe a few different types of strawberries all mixed together. It kind of has that artificial note to it, but it is very strong in the strawberry flavor. So it's maybe not as authentic as you might want, but it goes really well with authentic strawberry concentrates like, say, strawberry ripe or red touch. All right, staying on the strawberry train, we've got Capella's Sweet Strawberry. This is another kind of artificial, almost candy strawberry. But anytime you see a recipe done up for, say, somebody that's strawberry mute, you normally see sweet strawberry in there because it's very powerful. It does not have that green note that a lot of strawberry concentrates have. When I first got into mixing, a strawberry blend kind of recipe was what I wanted to go for right off the bat. And I found out I hated it because I used strawberry ripe, straight strawberry, both of those from TFA. And then I used red touch and I think maybe juicy strawberry. And it just had a green note to it because all of those have a slight green note except for juicy strawberry. Once I found Capella's Sweet Strawberry, I was able to mix it up with juicy strawberry and a couple of other kind of candied strawberries I found along the way. And I was able to make up a strawberry vape that I really love. This is one, if you know what it is, you know what it is. It's Flavor Arts Meringue. Now, this is not just a amazing meringue flavoring. So, yes, you're going to use it for something like a lemon meringue pie recipe, but it also goes so well in a lot of other things. If you're going to make some type of dessert that has a cream, it will give that cream that kind of just toasted note and push the cream up to the top. Flavor Arts Meringue is way more useful than you would think, just being a meringue flavor. Every time someone thinks meringue, they only think lemon meringue pie or just straight meringue. But this actually mixes with other creams extremely well. So search on ELR and all the flavors just for Flavor Arts Meringue, and you will find a ton of varied recipes that might actually surprise you how often meringue actually gets used. Alright, if you're making a cheesecake recipe, there's really no other cheesecake flavoring out there as good as this one. It's Innoware's Yes We Cheesecake. Now, there's other great cheesecake flavors, but this is really the cream of the crop. It's the best. There is a cheesecake trinity, and it is Innoware's Yes We Cheesecake, Capella's New York Cheesecake, and TFA's Cheesecake Graham Crust. I'm not a fan of that cheesecake trinity, basically because I'm not a huge fan of Capella's New York Cheesecake. But if I'm going for just a straight cheesecake, I just use Yes We Cheesecake and Cheesecake Graham Crust from TFA, and that's really all you need. It is just a perfect cheesecake. All right, we've mentioned lemon, we've mentioned lime. Well, what about lemonades? Now, whenever you hear anyone talk about lemonades in the DIY scene, Loran's lemonade always gets brought up. I don't particularly like Loran's lemonade all that much. To me, it has a chemical, almost alcohol type off note that you have to let steep out. And it really never 100% steeps out for me. There is always that slight chemical note to kind of the candied lemonade flavoring that Loran's lemonade is. I do like a couple of other lemonades. Vape Train's Lemonade Clear I like. But if I'm going to make any type of lemonade normally, I'm going to use Flavora's lemonade. This is, to me, the best lemonade concentrate out there. If you want to make a strawberry lemonade, you want to make just a straight lemonade, maybe you want to make a lemon limeade or a blueberry or blue raspberry lemonade, this is the concentrate to go for. It's just amazing. It is on the pricier side, just like all of Flavora's flavorings, but it's well worth the price of admission. All right, this is a extremely good whipped cream, but it really gets into this kind of list because of its ability to blend, and that's TFA's whipped cream. If you need to blend creams or even ice creams or even cheesecake, if you need to blend flavorings together and they're kind of in the cream or dessert family, TFA's whipped cream, even if you're not looking to add whipped cream to it, is what you want to put in there to blend everything together. It just works amazing as that. I have a whipped cheesecake recipe that I mentioned before, and TFA's whipped cream is in there to mix up all the whipped creams and the cheesecake flavors so they taste like one thing. This is just one of my favorite concentrates out there. And not as a whipped cream. Like I've said 1,000 times, one-on-one whipped cream and Flavor Art whipped cream are my favorites. But this probably gets used more because I have more recipes that don't really involve whipped cream, but involve a lot of creams or desserts or cheesecake flavors that need to be mixed together. And when I want them mixed together, this is what I go for. All right. This last one is one that kind of shocked me when I got it at first. When I saw it, I knew I had to order it because I wanted to try it, but it turned out way better than I thought it would, and I find myself using it way more than I ever really thought I would. I got it specifically for my strawberry cheesecake recipe, but it's kind of turned into a go-to strawberry for me. And it's Vape Train's glazed strawberries. This is just perfect glazed strawberries. So if you're doing a strawberry shortcake or even a strawberry ice cream or strawberry cheesecake, even some strawberry recipes that are just straight strawberry for me, I use this. It also shockingly goes well in strawberry lemonade. You put just about 0.5% of this in a strawberry lemonade, it just really kicks that strawberry up a notch. It has no waxy off note like some strawberries do. There's no green note to it. It doesn't really taste candied, but it tastes like a glazed strawberry. It is an extremely useful and a very, very good strawberry concentrate. So make sure you definitely pick this one up because you'll find it's way more useful than you ever would have thought it was. So yeah, that's about it, guys. These are just kind of some of the concentrates I wanted to go over with you all. Make sure you knew about them because some of them, a lot of people don't know about when they're getting into it. So like Vape Train's glazed strawberries is one that you just kind of stumble upon. So I just wanted to throw it out there in your face right off the bat. Innerwear Cactus is another one that you don't really kind of figure out until you've been mixing for a little while and you start asking around about juiciness. Then someone will tell you about it. And again, Innerwear Custard is just another great one. Flavora's Lemonade is also great for any type of lemonade that you want to do. Sweet Strawberry, Ultimate Strawberry are all outstanding flavors. So definitely pick some of these up, see if you like them. I think you'll find almost every single one of those, unless it's just a flavor profile you just don't like, you're going to find super useful. So yeah, that's it for me, guys. So vape on, and I will catch you all in the next one.